Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Now, I know this is a bit late. The game is about to kick off in probably about an hour's time, the time this is uploaded. But I've been working, I've been shattered. This is really the only time I've had to sit down and actually make this. I ended up sleeping for about 13 hours yesterday. So, you know what? We're getting it out. We're going to get it done. No excuses, I suppose. Hopefully things will improve come the new decade in 2020. But today is the day again, yes. It's Derby Day in Glasgow. Celtic take on Rangers at Celtic Park in a game which I can openly say right now I am very confident for. But, do you know what? I'm going to refrain from saying anything that can be clipped and put on Twitter later because I've learned from my mistakes in the past. And also I don't want to end up like one of the wankers. But, today's game is, just off the back of the cup final. The cup final was at the start of the month. We went to Hampden, we got the job done, we took the victory, we took the cup home. And a game where Rangers will be, looking back at kicking themselves, thinking, how did we not win it? Well, I've spoken about that. Rangers fans, you've probably heard their opinions. You heard my opinion when I done my match review. Look, at the end of the day, Celtic went out, they won the cup, and despite whether or not you say Rangers were all over them, or whether Rangers were the far better team, the team with 10 men who played terribly managed to win. And it's a completely different story today at Celtic Park. It's not the same sort of, atmosphere as what you get at Hampden with a 50-50. Look, this is 60,000 Celtic fans packed in here today with your wee corner of 800 Rangers fans. And once again, I thank Rangers for, kind of implementing this structure of, no away fans in the stadium, which still bugs me, even as a Celtic fan. 800 fans in Celtic Park, 800 fans in Ibrox for the opposition sides. It's not the same. But do you know what? Who's going to complain? Because at the end of this game, I do feel like there will be 60,000 happy Celtic fans. That's my prediction. I do get out the way quickly. I do think Celtic are going to win today. We'll get on to how I think the game will go and who will play and such in a moment. But the way I look at it is this season, Celtic are the favourites clearly for me, just because we went to their own backyard. We beat them at Ibrox earlier in the year, earlier in the season, sorry, where we beat them 2-0. Fairly comfortably, and Rangers fans will bring in the excuse, oh, we set up wrong that day, you seen the tactics, blah blah blah, that was our own fault, we'll learn from that. Then we went to Hampden, and with 10 men playing probably our worst performance of the season, relying on Fraser Forster to have the greatest goalkeeping performance I may have seen with my own eyes at a game. We relied on that to keep us from losing the cup. That's what Rangers fans will tell you once again, but they couldn't beat a 10-man poorly performing Celtic side. So now, when we head to our own stadium, I don't see why not have the confidence in my own team. I don't see why not to have that confidence. Why would I say, oh, I'm nervous today? Now, don't get me wrong, these derbies, as have been proven in the past, can go anyway. Predictions can fly out the window, form can go out the window, but the way Celtic have been playing over the past, 11 games, we have won 11 consecutive Scottish Premiership games since that loss at Livingston back in, October time? Since that loss, we have went and won 11 straight. 11. Now, in those past sort of 4 or 5 games, apart from maybe take away the St Mirren one, which wasn't as emphatic, it was a little bit more kind of average performance, to me it looks as though a team is due a scalping. The way we played against Aberdeen last weekend, we should have put 5 or 6 by them, but we just couldn't finish our dinner. And yes, I know that's what you're going to say. Is that not a wee bit contradictory on what you said about Rangers and we want to finish our dinner? No, but this is the thing, if we finish our dinner today, if we play to the quality that we have shown in the last kind of 5 or 6 games, we can put a good few by Rangers today. And I'm not saying that's what's a certainty to happen, I'm just confident we'll win the game. And those performances have really helped, give me and other Celtic fans that confidence. Don't get me wrong, Rangers also go into the game on decent form as well. They're still only a couple of points behind us in the league. The only points they dropped were away to Pittodrie. They're doing not too bad themselves, not too shabby, but Celtic at Celtic Park is a completely different animal. We have lost, the last time we lost in the league at Celtic Park was the last game of the season, two seasons ago, was it? Aberdeen beat us 2-0. Whatever the score was that day. You know the game I'm talking about though. And from then, no one has came to Celtic Park in the league and beat us. It's a fantastic record. It's an impeccable record, and Rangers are one of those teams who have not been able to come to Celtic Park. The last time this match took place at Celtic Park, yes, Rangers once again will go on about we could have won the game that day. We went down to 10 men. If it wasn't for that, the game would have been ours. But it wasn't. That's the thing. Rangers fans are getting so blindsided by this whole, oh, it should have been. But it isn't. We should have won the cup. You didn't. We won the game. And that's the facts. Doesn't matter how well you played. In football, it doesn't matter. That doesn't, if Somalia were to beat Germany by a 90th minute penalty, right? Doesn't matter. Germany can say, oh, we hit the bar 15 times in that game. Doesn't matter. Didn't put it in the back of the net. You know, there's a lot of conversation going into this that can factor up who are the favourites and such. It's at Celtic Park. Celtic have won 11 straight. There is a reason for Celtic fans to go into this game confident. And if we are left with egg on our face, then it's probably because Rangers would have turned up today and done a good job to do it. But I don't see it happening. I think Celtic have got the game in their hands. You know, there's still a long way to go. I do agree with Steven Gerrard. One thing people are saying to Gerrard, you know, if Celtic win the win today, is the title race over? No, it's not. It's not over. It's not. There's still 6 months left in the season. There's still a job to be done. I never agree with Steven Gerrard. I think he's a prick in all honesty. But I think he talks. You know, I'll try and do it. I'll try and keep a wee bit more PG. But that is true. Do you know what? If we win today, there's still a job to be done. It's not over. I do think we'll still go on and win the title, as I've said from the start of the season. But you know, it's not over until the fat lady sings. Today, though, Celtic just need to go out, take away that performance from the start of the month at Hampden because it wasn't great. We need to go into the game with a lot more sort of aggression, I would say. Get forward, you know. Let's get our, you know, sort of motivation into the game and show them what we are capable of doing, because we are still player by player on that part the better team, from goalkeeper to striker. We are the better team. We've got the better players. If we play to our full capacity, we can blow them away, and that's what I want to see. I want to see us being relentless. I want to see us go forward. I don't want to see any of this, you know, sort of, you know, let's just let Rangers go forward and do their thing and tire them out. Let's just go for it from the start. Let's get our stuff and let's make them worry. You know, while also being cautious defensively. If I was to go for my team, there's been a big conversation as to whether or not we drop in Cham, we keep in Cham in the team, we bring in Johnson and such. I love Olivier Cham. I think he's a great player. I think when he plays his best, he's a top midfielder, one of the best you're going to have in the league. But today I would agree with the fact I think we should bring Johnson in. Drop in Cham, bring Johnson in, which allows Ryan Christie to play in the middle, because even though Christie can do a job moving over to one of the wings or whatever, Christie's best position ultimately, and to get the best out of him, who has been arguably our best player this season, is by playing him in that central attacking role. I don't really see the point in, you know, sacrificing Christie at his best to allowing Cham to start the game, because then Cham can ultimately come on later if we need him, and we know what he's like as a substitute. He's came on and made impacts in games many a time. You think of one off the top of your head being in Rome only a month ago, 2 months ago. I would drop in Cham today, not out of anything negative, just out of the fact that I like Johnson anyway. I think Johnson's a terrific player. I think he can cause problems down that wing against Rangers. So, do you know what? I don't think it's an absolute negative if we do bring and Cham into the team. I'm looking at the time here and I might be leaving in 5 minutes to get to the game. So we're going to wrap up very quickly. It's not been the greatest of predictions, videos, but if I was to go for my team today, Fraser Forster obviously in goals, looking for a big similar performance today if Rangers do go out and attack. So hopefully he will be in top form. Right back, I'd have Frimpong back in the team. Hopefully doesn't get sent off this time. Ayer and Julian as the centre halves. Now, the left back position, I would actually like to see Greg Taylor get the start, but it's going to be Ball and Golly. So Bolly's going to start. I think Forrest and Johnson will be the wingers. In the middle, Brown, McGregor and Christie. And up front is Edouard, who hopefully will add to his old firm tally today. And I don't think it'll be too hard for him because he turns up in these games, doesn't he? He's big. He's a big game player. Let's just hope Morelos continues his record, and I have a feeling he will. Score prediction, you know what? I'm not going to make a complete ass of myself, so I'm going to go 2-0 Celtic on the channel. If you have enjoyed, make sure to hit like and subscribe. It would be much appreciated. A couple of videos before the end of the year, hopefully, and then get cracking on with hopefully some more and better content in 2020. But enjoy the game today, boys. Hail, hail. I'll see you all next time.